Welcome to some stretches that you take standing that can give you some pain relief or just some nice movements for your neck and your shoulders and even into your back. All of these movements can be taken standing. You do not have to get down onto the ground. You don't have to worry about cranky knees or cranky hands or wrists. This can all be taken standing. And if your balance can sometimes be a little iffy, you might take these movements near a wall or near a chair, just in case. Something to consider. We're going to start in our mountain pose. Standing on 2 feet is basically what mountain pose is. And why don't you take just a few moments to center yourself. You could close your eyes. You could take a few shakes of the body. Just take a few moments to be here. Notice how your body feels right in this moment. Maybe paying particular attention to your neck and your shoulders and your back. No criticism, just observations. And then if you'd like, you might bring one hand to your chest area and one hand to your abdomen and spending just a few moments noticing your natural breathing, just feeling your body breathe. Take a gentle breath in. And as you let that breath go, lower your arms by your sides and blink your eyes open. We're going to start with a few pelvic tilts. Your pelvis is that big basin, that big bowl that holds all of your abdominal organs. So I think it's always a good time to just kind of notice where your pelvis is in space right now. Just kind of notice, are you one of those folks that shifts forward pretty naturally? Or are you someone that kind of oversticks your pelvis back a lot? There's many of us that tend to go to one extreme or the other. And go ahead and do that a few times and observe maybe what feels natural to you. And after you've taken a few opportunities to shift forward and shift back, keeping your torso still though, we're not doing this, we're just tilting the pelvis, come to right in the middle. And that's basically for you going to be your neutral pelvis. And this is an invitation for you to notice it now and then just notice it as you stand throughout the day. If you're at the grocery store, do you tend to shift and rest the front of your body on the grocery cart? Do you tend to really shift back when you're standing? Maybe you shift more from one side to the other. Take some opportunities to notice and then see if you can find what's basically neutral for you and just see what that feels like. All right, we're going to move up to our shoulders. We're going to do a few shoulder shrugs. So just bringing the shoulders up towards the ears and lowering them down. And you can lower them down to center, or after you raise them up, you can lower them past. So more of it's called a depression of your shoulders, really lowering them past neutral. That might be a little bit harder. Just do that a few times. All right, now let's take a few shoulder circles. This can feel really good for your neck and for your shoulders. We're really going to slow the movement down. This is not about going as quickly as you can. So you're going to bring your shoulders up towards your ears. You're going to draw your shoulder blades back towards one another, keeping them retracted, it's called. Lower them down. And then keeping them down low, spread them apart. Protraction. Keeping them spread apart, lift up, draw them together, lower them down, spread them apart. Let's do that just a few more times. Again, the intention is to move slowly here. And just see how that feels for you. One more time. Up, together, down, apart. All right, go ahead and shake it out. Now we're just going to do a little bit of shoulder rotation. So have your right arm by your side, and then you're going to lift the left arm up. Palm is facing in. Then turn that palm out as you circle the arm around, and then return with the palm facing the body. Just do that a few times, taking it nice and slowly, and keeping your attention on your shoulders. And we'll pause and reverse that. So as you rise up, going in the reverse, you turn the palm out and then turn it back in as you lower down. Doing your best not to come into a twist here. See if you can keep your torso straight ahead. All right, maybe shake that arm out. Let's do the right arm. Up, turn the palm out, and circle around. Is there any difference between this right shoulder and your left? Might be just good information to have. Next time your arm comes down, let's reverse it. So we'll turn the palm out as we come up, and we'll turn it back in as we lower down. Good. Go ahead and shake it out a little bit. Let's do a neck stretch here. Neck, shoulders, very interconnected. So again, standing, if you want to shake things out a little bit before you do this, that's fine. And then come into your mountain, your neutral standing position. Notice, hey, if you started to shift your pelvis forward, are you really sticking it out? Maybe that's another opportunity to try to find what's right in the middle. Okay, we're going to start to take our gaze to the left, pausing and then dropping the chin towards the collarbone. Let your right arm be very heavy. And start to lift your gaze, lift your head back up, bring it back to center. Take your gaze to the right. Lower your chin towards the right collarbone. Left arm is heavy. Lift your head back up, come back to center. One more time each side. Gaze comes to the left, chin towards left collarbone. Gaze down, right arm heavy. Notice if you're locking your knees here, can you invite a little softness to your knees? Head rises up, back to center. Look to your right, lower chin down. Left arm is just drifting down towards the ground. Chin lifts back up, head comes back to center, a little shake. Let's take a side body stretch. So we're going to be feeling it somewhere along the side of the body, most likely in this area here, but you might feel it all the way down to your legs. First option is going to be with the arms overhead. If this doesn't feel good for your shoulders, hang on, I've got another variation. So let's bring the arms up. We'll have the left hand hold on to the right wrist. We'll reach up high, and then we're going to tilt to the right, to the left. Really press down into that right foot. We'll rise back up and switch hands. Right hand holds onto left wrist. Reach up high, tilt to your right. Press into that left foot. Rise back up. One more time each side. So switch hands. Reach up high. Tilt to the left. back up, switch hands, right hand holds onto the left wrist as you reach and tilt to the right. Arms back up, lower your arms down. If having your arms overhead doesn't feel good for you, you can do something like this where you bend into your knees and let the left arm drift down towards the ground. Come back up, bend into those knees, let the right arm drift down towards the side. Maybe that feels a little bit better for your shoulders today. There's no sense in aggravating one area in an attempt to make the other area feel better. One more time each side. All right, coming back to standing. Again, maybe a little shakeout for your legs. That's the one downside of doing a whole bunch of standing movements is, our legs maybe don't move too much, so it's always good to give them a little shake, just get that blood flowing. All right, let's do a standing twist here. Twisting can really have a nice positive effect on the spine, on the low back, mid back. So, and this one can be taken standing. So what I'm going to do is keep my arms pretty much by my sides. I'm going to twist to the left and turn my right heel up. And then I'm going to twist to the right and turn my left heel up. And then you can continue just like this. Maybe you'd like to take your arms more out to the side. Your gaze could follow. See how that feels? Some folks say, oh boy, nope, that makes me a little dizzy. So you don't have to have your gaze follow all these movements. So do that a couple more times. This is just kind of a quick kind of sequence. You can always pause and take the movements longer if you'd like. All right, we're going to come back to standing still, and now we're going to take what are called some half sun salutations. This will be an opportunity to get some forward folding in your spine and then even adding a little bit of a back bend. So, 2 feet, mountain pose. Bringing your arms up and then folding forward. You can bend into your knees or keep them straight, head steady. Come up halfway. Come up all the way. Arms overhead again. Here's where you can add a little back bend. And then lower your arms down. Let's do that 2 more times. Arms up, really reach. Here's a forward fold. Let your head be heavy. Come up halfway, just grow through the crown of your head. Hinge up to standing. Arms overhead and arms down. 1 more time. Up, fold, halfway, straight legs, long neck, stand, arms up, arms down. All right, we're going to add a few more back bends and some stretching, some broadening of the shoulders, all taken while standing. So we're going to take the back bend first. We'll rise up and just tilt back a little bit, doesn't have to be much. Lower down, give yourself a hug and maybe a little forward fold. Separate your arms up. Come to standing, give yourself a hug, fold forward. Rise back up. Let's do that just a little bit differently this time. We can open our arms out. This can give you the nice little back bend. Feel those shoulders, feel a stretch here. Give yourself a hug, see which arm's on top, and pause. Open the arms back up, little back bend. This time cross the opposite arm. Give yourself a hug and pause. 1 more time each side. Open, cross the opposite arm. If you folded forward a little bit, come up to standing. Let's just do a slight side body stretch here. So keeping that hug, tilt from side to side. Rise back up, open those arms out, cross the other arm on top, side bend. Rise back up. Maybe you hug yourself a little tighter. Open those arms out. Lower your arms down. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms. Hands on hips, we're going to take some standing hip circles, standing on both legs. So you don't have to really think too much about your balance here. If you want to challenge yourself, you could stand on one leg. But for the sake of this sequence, we're just going to stand on our 2 feet, on our 2 legs, and just draw some circles with your hips, with your pelvis. Bringing your attention there and noticing what you feel. And come back to neutral, just standing, and let's take the circles the other way. And you can make these nice and small, especially if you're just starting. Maybe you take them wider. Noticing what you feel here. Does anything feel kind of stuck? Just noticing. And if it feels really good to linger, like here or here, any of those positions, feel free to hang out. Hit pause. Come back. One of the beauties of these videos is you can pause. Different from a live class when you have to keep moving or you're going to miss something. All right, come back to standing, shake things out, and then just take a few moments to pause and rest. Once again, if you'd like to bring one hand to your chest area, one hand to your abdomen, maybe close your eyes, maybe lower your chin towards your chest. Take a moment to notice how your whole body feels. And taking a moment to appreciate what your body was able to do over these past several minutes. You can linger right here or lower your hands, blink your eyes open. Thank you for joining me for this sequence, standing, working on neck, shoulders, and back, and a little bit of hips.